Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Dube. If you're watching this and you don't know me and this is your first time of coming to my channel, welcome. I'm very happy that you are here and I'm very glad that you're here. My name is Dube Monicha. I am a student of Covenant University and I help students have an amazing time in the university, and I also help students with admission information on entering the university of your choice. So if you're here and you want to know about postgraduate studies in Covenant University, then you are in the right place, because this is the best channel in this world. So you better click on the subscribe button, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like this video, and make sure you also watch other videos of mine. Thank you very much. Let's go to the main video. Guys, I am currently in 300 level in Covenant University. I'm not in postgraduate, but then I was able to gather information about postgraduate studies in Covenant University from a lot of friends that are currently in the postgraduate school in Covenant University. And then I got some information about admission, the halls of residence, and application form, and how to just apply to get to the school. So if you're here, like I said, you're in the right place. So let's start with admission. So basically, in CU normally there's always an admission process, and when you get the admission you have to do an interview. It's the same thing for the undergraduate and postgraduate studies. So the admission, for you to get the admission, there's always like a form you have to fill, and the form is usually like 10 pages long. For the postgraduate studies, the form, they said, is usually 10 pages long, and there's a lot of questions that they ask you, and they ask you to get things like your birth certificates, your BSc certificate, your NYSC certificate if you have one, and an NYSC exemption certificate if you haven't done one. There are also some letters of recommendations, like recommendation from your spiritual head, recommendation from your mentor, and also from your past school too. Yes, so these are like recommendations that are also expected for you to get when you're trying to like apply to the school, because it's very important. I know Covenant University is like a Christian kind of school, so they will need things like that. So when I was applying for undergraduate studies, it was just the same. I had to get recommendation from my spiritual head and from my church, and while you are filling the form, it's like a portal where you feel like the church you attend, your name, the course you want to study, and all. So there are a lot of courses to study here under the undergraduate platform. You can do engineering, you can do a whole lot of like College of Science and Technology courses under the College of Science and Technology, and there are also other courses that are not done in the undergraduate side but are also done in the postgraduate side. But I know that for me, I'm currently studying estate management, and there's also estate management as a postgraduate course in Covenant University. And in Covenant University you can do your masters, you can do your PhD there. There's PhD and there's masters there. So if you want to do your PhD and you're looking for a good school, you can also go to Covenant University. Yes, that is for the admission. So if you get accepted for the admission, there is something called an interview. The interview is a process whereby like everyone who has been accepted has been accepted with the requirements and everything, come for an interview. So this interview is usually done between like a person and you, like it's like a proper physical interview, and they ask you a whole lot of questions. What are your values? They ask you what are the things why are you coming to Covenant University, what are the things you want to learn, what are the things you want to expect. And they also ask you, do you have an idea on your thesis or your thesis? Yes, your thesis. I think it's thesis. I like the sound of thesis. They ask you if you have an idea on the thesis that you're going to write by the end of your master's program or your PhD program probably. So this is very important. So I would advise that if you're coming to Covenant University and you want to actually come to postgraduate side of Covenant University, make sure you have an idea on the thesis you want to write before your interview, so that you can have like a powerful interview, and then by the time your interview comes, you don't get to be like, I don't have an idea yet, I don't know what to write yet, and all that. So yeah, we're done with the admission aspect. So guys, the when it comes to the halls of residence, I've been getting a whole lot of questions about the halls of residence in the postgraduate school. So yeah, Covenant University has different campuses. They have for the undergraduate campus and then for the postgraduate campus. So when I did a CU room tour, some people thought that was how the some people thought that was how the postgraduate rooms are, but apparently no, they are not like that. The postgraduate rooms are way finer and way more you know, bigger, and then they have nice designs. So unlike the undergraduate schools, the undergraduate school where like they are like up to 5 halls for male and female like each, but in the postgraduate there's just like a very big building, which is very like it's new, so it's actually nice, and then the rooms are better and finer. So yeah, so don't be worried about you coming to the whole school and like, you know, getting the same room with the undergraduate, because you won't get the same room. The rooms are way more better than undergraduate rooms. Yes. So also I get a lot of questions if cars are allowed, if phones are allowed in postgraduate studies. Like in postgraduate school in Covenant University, obviously phones are allowed. It's not like the undergraduate part where like they don't allow phones in the school, but presently phones are allowed. Anything can change, but I'm just joking. But like phones are allowed, any type of device is allowed as a postgraduate student. Yes. So when it comes to cars are also allowed. You can have a car as a postgraduate student, it is allowed. Yes. So don't think you are experiencing the same wahala with undergraduate students. So however, the next thing I also get questions is if you still attend chapel services and if they are compulsory as a postgraduate student. Yes, they are compulsory. In fact, you go to the same chapel service with, you know, undergraduate students sometimes. So I think there are days you can either go on Tuesday and Thursday for chapel service, and then there's also Sunday service which you have to attend. So yeah, you would go for chapel services. They are compulsory. Yes, they are compulsory, just know that. Yes. So another thing I would like to talk about is that in the postgraduate studies have like a different lanyard. So they have this blue lanyard, and then I think for PhD it is a black lanyard. So unlike us having the red, yellow, green, there are like specific lanyards allocated to, you know, the postgraduate students. And their corporate is not like the normal corporate that we wear. You don't necessarily have to wear tie, you don't necessarily have to wear blazer and all, but like for undergraduate students they also do that. So the corporates are usually like casual corporates. You can wear like shoes without like socks, you can wear like, you know, t-shirts without like, you know, ties and all. So they're usually very smart and they're usually very like, you know, good looking. Yes. So another thing I hear is like fixing nails. So you can actually fix your nails as a postgraduate student. It is allowed for you to fix your nails, but I think it just has to be moderate, you know, because Covenant University, you can do it, they can try to do anything whenever they want to do. So you can fix your nails, you can wear very nice clothes, you don't have to wear collar shirts and all. Then another thing I would want to talk about is also the online classes. So some people ask me if there are online classes like, you know, offered for postgraduate studies. Yes, there are. Unlike the undergraduate studies where they are like online, I think there are online classes, but then they are mostly on campus studying and all. They're also online studies and online classes for postgraduate students. Yes. And there are also international students. International students can come to Covenant University both undergraduate and both postgraduate, so it's allowed. So yeah, I'm going to be showing you pictures of how the halls of residence for postgraduates like it looks, and I might probably do a tour, a CU postgraduate room tour. If you would want me to do that, just tell me in the comment section, and then I promise that when I get to school I'll do that. So yes, we've come to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it was helpful, and I hope it's gonna help you. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share this video to your friends and colleagues that want to come to Covenant University, and make sure you refer them to my channel, because I'm here for classic content and I'm going to continue to give you guys content. Thank you very much. Bye guys.